Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2019 Honda CRV here, and this car is a great teaching example of why I don't agree with the factory maintenance schedules. Factory maintenance schedules, as far as I'm concerned, are done the way they are done to give the car a better EPA rating, a better footprint as far as like carbon emissions and stuff like that. If you change your oil less, you have a smaller carbon footprint, basically. You produce less emissions. The bottom line is emissions. Everything's about emissions. And rightfully so. I mean, got to save the planet. Here's the thing. This Honda CRV, the oil maintenance light will come on about every 7,000 miles. Say, hey, you're due for an oil change. About that. The customer told me, they do the oil change according to when that light comes on or whatever. He said, however, the last couple of times before that light has come on or the maintenance thing has come up saying, hey, you got to change your oil, he says, I've had to put oil in it. What do you mean you've had to put oil in it? Well, the oil light will come on. The oil light will come on? Yeah, the oil light will come on. Here, let me show you real quick. So here it is. It's a 2019 Honda CRV. I don't even know the mileage on this thing. I think it doesn't have many miles on it. Will it just show me, or do I gotta climb in? Let's see. You gonna show me mileage or no? There we go. 104,000 miles on it. You see it? Right there. 104,000. Okay. Let me just shut this off. So, acceptable oil usage. These engines will use oil. Every engine uses oil. I don't care what you say. I know people say, oh, my car never uses a drop of oil. Yeah, it does. Some engines, I know that drives some of you crazy. Some engines are much better than others. Newer engines with low tension rings like this 2019 Honda CRV, an acceptable amount of oil to use is about 1 quart every 1,000 to 3,000 miles. If you use a quart in that range of time, it's still considered okay. Think about that for a second. Holds 3.7 quarts. Who checks their oil nowadays? Nobody. Nobody checks their oil. Nobody has been taught to check their oil. That's what the problem is. Check your oil every 2-3 fill-ups. Just to be on the safe side. So now, let's just say you use a quart of oil every 2,000 miles. Okay? By the time 6,000 miles comes up, you used up 3 quarts of oil. You have 7/10 of a quart left in the engine. How much is 7/10 of a quart? Ain't much. Ain't much. So things happen that you don't want to happen. And why would Honda care at 104,000 miles? You're out of warranty. They don't care. Nobody cares. Manufacturers certainly don't care. And if you had one of those aftermarket service contracts, they may have you take the motor open, or have somebody like me open up the motor, like to take the valve cover off. And if they see sludge buildup, they're going to deny the claim. I can almost guarantee you there's going to be sludge buildup on the inside of this motor. I bet you want to hear this motor, don't you? Now, 104,000 needs an engine. Motor, engine. I know the difference, and I know some of you just go nuts over that. It's just I have a tendency to say motor. But we know what I'm talking about. And does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. So, this thing needs an engine because it was run low on oil way too many times. 104,000. If he's changing his oil every, let's say he changed his oil every 5,000 miles, which he didn't. What is that, 20 oil changes? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm not math. It's early morning. I'm not mathing just yet. I will eventually, but not right now. But even still, let's say they, like, I know a lot of people go 10,000 miles. There'd only be 10 oil changes. Yeah, so 10, yeah, 20, okay. Early morning yet. But 10 oil changes, let's just say. That's nothing. That's nothing. I change my oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Every 3 to 4. And if it was synthetic that I used, which I don't bother with that because I drive older junk. If I use synthetic, I wouldn't go past 5,000 miles. I don't care. I wouldn't do it. And I've seen advertisements for some kind of an oil additive where it shows, oh, this car has already gone 10,000 miles, and they pull a stick out and it's like crystal clear. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. That's a bunch of malarkey. So, all right, let's open up this hood real quick and let's take a listen. So, yeah. I always make the mistakes with these and with Toyotas. I always make the mistake and open up the fuel door. All right. So here we go. Here is the Earth Dreams motor. It's been sitting. It's been sitting at least overnight. This came in the other day. So there's really no reason to even wipe the stick, but it should have oil in it if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And it's above the empty mark, but it's pretty dirty. Or I should say it's above the low mark. But it's pretty dirty. Oh, and it's 0.20 oil. 0.20. That's nothing. That's baby oil. So let's start this up and let's take a listen. Ready? Like I said, it's been sitting a couple days. I haven't started it. The oil light was staying on before, now it's actually out. When it heats up, this thing knocks like crazy. I'll let it heat up a little bit maybe. I gotta get ready for a road trip anyway. Let me let it warm up just a little bit, and then we're going to listen to it and go from there. All right, let me get myself ready for this road trip, and then, oops, sorry about the glare. And then we'll listen to this some more. So she's running for about 10-15 minutes now, so she should be fully warmed up. It doesn't sound healthy, I'll tell you that right now. I don't know how that's coming through on the video. But I'm going to rev it up a little bit. You hear that? Grrrka, grrrka. Yeah. That's rod knock. So, it's down low in the motor. I'm just going to shut it down. That's down low in the motor. There's nothing you're going to do except repair the engine itself. Repair like the lower end. I'm sure it's got valve train issues too. We are just putting a motor in. A customer wants to put a used motor in it, so that's what we're actually going to do. But basically, my main point to this video is change your oil. Check your oil. Those are some important things you need to do. Sorry about that. When you neglect your vehicle, when you don't change your oil, when you don't at least check your oil, things like this happen. And it's unfortunate. There's nothing you're going to do about it. And like I said, when the motor gets really hot, the oil light comes on and stays on because it's got no oil pressure. But yeah, so anyway, that's going to end this video. Check your oil. All right. You know what blows my mind? Some cars actually have a display on the dashboard where you can actually press whatever to see what the oil level is, and people don't even do that. It's like, it can't get any simpler. Why don't you do it? I don't know. Whatever, keeps me in business. All right. Well, hopefully you got something out of that video. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.